Hey guys, it's Hobbs here for you and with you. Look at that. How cool is that, huh?
Follow the road for 600 feet.
Pretty cool horses. I'm out on a dash, but
Turn right after 400 feet.
what I wanted to do is do an 80s archives for you guys today. So what we're going to talk about today is Top Gun, folks. We're going to talk about Top Gun, and we're also going to talk about Maverick, because they're kind of hand in hand, you know. So what we're going to do, we're going to start off with my thoughts on the first Top Gun. There will be spoilers on this for Maverick, so if you don't like spoilers, please stop the video now. I will give you a couple seconds to stop the video if you do not like spoilers. So we start off with the first Top Gun film. What we have here is we have Lieutenant Pete Mitchell. Actually, I'm not for sure if he's a lieutenant at that point, but we have Pete Mitchell, who is basically a young fighter pilot in the military. And he gets himself in a lot of trouble, so he's trying to compete to get to the next level with his basically his aerobatics / military flying. He's a pilot, and with his co-pilot Goose, played by Anthony Edwards. You guys have seen the movie. Anthony Edwards, of course, is nerds, you know, Gilbert, and they are just trying to get to Top Gun, which is the top pilots, where the top pilots go to be able to perform and fight for the U.S. military. And so they're competing in a whole bunch of different stages and things, trainings and whatnot. And one of their co-pilots has some trouble in the air, and I'm not going to go into the full story, but they end up getting his spot and being elevated to Top Gun. So what the hell is that in front of me? Is that a sidecar? What the hell is that? Is that guy baling hay? Do you guys see that? Is that a MiG? No, I'm just kidding. Anyhow, so at this point, shit starts to get real. They go on an actual mission, and they've got to help fight, you know, against a different country in Miramar, and train in Miramar. And basically, look at that. How cool is that? Right beside him. I don't think I've seen a sidecar on a motorcycle in a very long time. Anyways, I was just talking to one of my customers about sidecars the other day. Pretty funny. So basically, just, you know, shit becomes real. They've got to serve in the military. They've got to fight against real MiGs, people that are trying to affect the military. And you guys have all seen Top Gun. I'm really here to talk about Maverick. So let's get into Maverick. My thoughts on Maverick. 30 years later, we follow Pete Mitchell again after he's gotten in more trouble. He's been in a whole bunch of wars. He's been to Iraq a couple times and whatnot. And they're almost done with him. They're like, you know, he's just causing too much trouble. Let's see if we can get him to train some of these new pilots. Some of the top pilots in the world. They don't necessarily have to qualify to be in Top Gun. They're kind of just there, right? So there's a mission ahead. And the mission ahead is very dangerous. It's like a 1% survival rate that they got to do, where they got to go up in the mountains and shit and go against a couple areas that are targeting the U.S. But along the way, he has to train these pilots, and it's diverse, you know, pilots. There's some girls in it as well, and you got Jennifer Connelly in this. There's someone that reprises the role in the film of Iceman. Again, I warned you guys about the spoilers, okay? But Iceman is back. Of course, you have Miles Teller playing Rooster, who is Goose's son. And there's a whole backstory between Goose's son and Maverick. Basically, you know, he doesn't trust Maverick because, of course, he lost Goose. And Maverick thought it was his fault all along. Well, Rooster kind of thinks so too, but really it wasn't Maverick's fault if you watch the original film. So basically, there's a little bit of heat there between them. Again, spoiler alert, Maverick is also kind of into this girl at this bar that they all go to for the pilots and stuff. He's kind of having a little bit of a loving situation with her. Iceman is definitely there, but he's very sick, and he's the one that suggested they get Maverick to go up into this final mission and train everybody. Of course, fast forward again, this is 30 years later, and Iceman is in really bad shape, so I'll let you watch the film. If you've seen it, you know what happened. So I will forever say that I will now watch a lot of Val Kilmer movies after that. In fact, I got Real Genius scheduled to record tonight on my DVR. I'll probably review that one at some point too, because I love Real Genius. Anyways, I'm getting off topic. So they have to complete this mission to save a potential attack against America. And he's got to train these pilots, you know, to be able to get up there with like a 1% ratio of survival, but they've got to do it. And there's, like I said, there's a little heat between everybody, you know. You still get some of the same type of scenes, you know. Instead of the volleyball scene, you get them playing football. Everybody looks fantastic. Everybody looks good, of course, in the film. Miles Teller, you know, he's so good in this as Rooster's Goose's son. Jennifer Connelly, the acting was great. Only thing I didn't like about this was some of the CGI was a little much, but what are you gonna do? It's a movie about jets and fighter pilots and shit. And I did like the beginning where they had to have him go up into space. That was insane. So yeah, I really liked Maverick. It's just slightly below the original Top Gun, and I know people give Tom Cruise a lot of hate. They don't particularly care for Tom Cruise. I know, guys, I get what you're saying, but you can't deny the guy makes great movies, okay? I'm a fan of a lot of his 80s content. If you guys know me, I fucking love all of his 80s movies. Like, I don't think there's one that I don't like. I even like Jerry Maguire. The guy's just a great actor, you know? But anyways, Maverick was acted well. I like what they did with the scenes. He still looks good 30 years later. He doesn't seem like he's aged too much, but you can definitely see it. I love the nods and the tributes to the original cast and to Iceman and to Goose. A lot of good classic throwback and scenes, and I just really liked Maverick. I did watch it with my buddy Odin. Odin, if you're watching this, thank you for watching that with me, dude. We had a good time watching that. And all right, guys, let me know what you think of Maverick or the original Top Gun. And I'll catch up with you guys later. Sorry about this. I'm working 6 days in a row. I can't do this at home. I had to do this now. I hope you guys understand. And thanks for watching the 80s Archives. This is Hobbs. Peace.